Hello, my lovely people. You are welcome back once again to Pop Kids Africa. We are still on our tour, the Positive African Tour. Today, I have for you a very special person because he is the producer of this Positive African Tour. And he says he has a very good message for the good people of Africa. I know his name because he's my producer. But he is the right person to introduce himself to us. Boss, you are welcome to Positive Africa.
Once again, I want to say thank you to you and every viewer that views your programs and all that. I would like to say thank you to everyone wherever you are and wherever you watch us from. And again, I will say thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure.
I'm very excited for you giving us your time because your time is very, very, very limited. We thank you very much too.
It's a pleasure.
What is your name and which country you are from?
My name is Solomon, but popularly known as Zionba Kofi. Wherever you find, that is the name you can easily relate to, which is Zionba Kofi.
Zionba Kofi.
Yeah.
That means you are a Ghanaian.
I'm truly a Ghanaian, 100% Ghanaian.
Which city of Ghana are you from?
For now, I could say I'm a proud Kumerican. Well, you cannot take that from me, right?
Kumerican.
Typical Kumerican.
The two Kumericans having their own chart for the good people of the whole of Africa. That's great. That's great. I know you to be a movie director, a movie producer, movie actor. Why did you decide to stop all this and travel to Europe?
You've asked a very great question, and it takes a very great person to ask such questions. I like how you have started everything, and I know at the end of the day, we will get a very good message out there for the very good people to, listen or hear something out of it. I never said never until something happens. Especially when you have a vision or you have a focus on anything that you are doing. Something has to happen for you to know at a particular time what to do at that particular moment. So if you ask me why I quit all those things, left them back home and travel out to Europe, it's a whole lot.
It's a whole lot. Before you believe what I'm saying, this is one of the scenes that he shot in Ghana as a movie actor. Let's go and watch it. If you come back, then we'll continue.
Oh, they just give me attention. Oh, my name is Boga. I'm trying to enter.
Man, pay dear. Umuya Bone. Now, Nina is saying, I'm young tea. Nearly puff of cry. The cabra, Mabubi Bar. To a coin of my little jelly and you. A Kahura Mojo have crowned me, and I'm a strong dog. Now, Nina says, so show me see him, and I make a win, and I mean about my life. And say, it is what I see. Team enough for me to money about myself. And too many and to walk or soon be seen. It's me per se, as be am by the false and who can eat a copy. I'm a wild. No crazy.
Papa, I asked my dear about and your bonnet. Me ready. And I'm here, Chrome Hanumenti. I never been to Nama, me papaya be peer. A best Kumasi back to Mr. Ready.
Mr. Uti. Uti, answer. Before canceling this year, a piano and nipper be dear. The infant mamma. I say no woo city, any quincy Jama one and I'm Bassabas. So you do be so now praise you percent of wow. Titimasi. Namen warrior.
But your time runs soon, and I sucran so I don't think they will be.
Medicine, me, all know. Said them young cookie, said the Penjasa, until I see your papa. Now, I did you go for now, no one. Em si wo kasa no kasa ke huru kwa ya wi mpo kura no. On responsible. Say wo boy money a na enam no so. Wo boy nam bia enam no so. To bi krompa say ya wi a mo wi mu bon no enam no so na ma na ye den. Eba. Tim say wo so nyam to boase. Free kontu mu ba ye.
Mr. The wo kan na wi a wale kuya. Na make us our ready say e be baso a na so ba na be ma na so. Me oba na me mpene me nya ready. Ti Mr. wa acho. Bra.
Oh. Oh, only ana.
Addo.
Oh.
Come on, money so. Addo. You go no say.
How sa court we so character we fear in neighbor Burkina. We Niger ni.
Who bother?
Bricks. Bricks and blocks.
Why don't you go to bricks?
Why Melly?
Boga. You bia.
Munga ko sa ko.
You free go. Who the bother?
Potam.
Who the bother?
Baga bay.
Who the bother?
Baga so bay. Ko Burkina wo. Bricks man ko Burkina.
Nani so ko Burkina?
Who is so Mali?
Mali.
What the boy you so ko?
What's it? I'm gonna Kevin Edma. When the Kevin to blocks and to bricks.
Ready Yesu. Adi an se mu na di no. Ja
se mu na udi no.
Ja se mu no. Wo ja se mu no.
Mu fa ko.
Ya kwa ifa.
Tanyi bona wo so.
Ya ko haya ni.
O Burkina.
Burkina Faso, Mali.
Very wonderful acting. So you were telling us it's a whole lot. Let's continue.
First of all, I'd like to say when you were born into a society or a country whereby the environment is not giving you what you desire, what you like feel like doing and how you dream to become in the near future, if the environment that you find yourself in is not giving you that opportunities, as a smart person or somebody who wants to do something for the world to know what is inside you, at least you don't just sit down, but you have to take some action. And you and I can testify that there are a whole lot in Africa that it stops us from becoming who we want to become. So this is one of the reasons why I took this decision to leave all these things behind and travel here in Europe. So if you want to ask me, and if I say I'll go deep down, I don't think our time can contain this whole thing. But to make a long story short, I needed to build myself in a point that not only myself, but to be able to help others too. That is the reason why I just put things in a hold so that I can build myself to a point whereby I can do it and do it better.
Okay, that means you have not stopped, but you have putting it on a hold for now.
Exactly.
Okay, as a movie producer, movie actor, you know, movie producers and actors and directors, they make our eyes believe something which is not true. So I would like to ask this question: how do you see Africa?
Wow. First of all, I told you about how our society and the environment, which if we talk about Africa, it is. You and I know what Africa is. But now, we are here in Europe and we are talking about Africa. We can only talk about what our eyes have seen and what we've witnessed. That is what we can talk about and be, let's say, confidently say whatever we have. Africa as it is now is not a place where anybody who lives there or who is from there should be taken for granted, to me. Because Africa is a place where the whole world, every other continent is jealous of. That is why I'm always proud to be an African. Sometimes you might be saying, why was I born an African? People do say, which I've experienced that. I've met and have encountered with a lot of people who says, without sorry to say, white people, we are nothing. Sometimes when I hear those words, I feel very sorry for myself. But if you know who you are and what you are meant for, you will embrace yourself from wherever you come from. Africa is not a place we should be taken as a joke. But the problem is the people we have been putting ahead of us. I'm talking about our leaders. They are the people who have failed us for us to see Africa the way it is now. And again, we, the people of Africa, have made ourselves available for all these things to go. Because if you live in somewhere that you know the condition you are in, you do not like it. What you do, what my grandmother told me, and I have it in mind, is that when there is a problem, we don't think about the problem, but we think about the solution to that problem. So now, we the people, it seems our leaders have made us be okay with the situation in Africa. It's like we should adopt it the way it is.
You have been talking about situation. What is the situation at hand now?
Good. You and I know where we are now in Europe. You see the environment, you see the buildings. I can count about hundreds of buildings here. You understand? Which you cannot single out one particular person that say, I own this building. All this building that we see around this place belongs to the government. He takes control over everything. And he makes sure that the people they are for are gaining whatever they deserve.
Or benefits.
Benefits, everything that has to go into their account. It doesn't go into those people's account. That's the difference between Europe and Africa. They think of the people. They know they are there for the people. But for Africa, people are there for the leaders. This is the problem to me. I know it has brought Africa to where we are now. So, for me to be sitting down here having this kind of conversation or chat with you, it is to let our youth, the people of Africa, know that at the point that we are now, it's not a time for us to allow ourselves, for our mind to be played with. We have to wake up. Whatever that we are doing, we should put things to our own selves. Look at the condition that we are in. Are we certain with it? It is something that we want.
Don't you think that they don't know?
It is whose duty to make somebody who does not know to know what the person, he or she, is supposed to know?
Because I think you know all this because you are out of the continent or the country.
See?
You understand? That's why you get to know that, no, this is how some people are living. And this is how I was living before. It's not right. You understand? So how do you expect someone who doesn't know the problem he has have a solution to that problem?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who don't know the situation or condition he or she finds himself in? Who don't know and don't feel this thing?
When I was in Africa,
Okay.
I thought I was the wisest person.
Cool.
But as soon as I move out of the continent of Africa, I begin to know that, no, there are a lot of things that we are missing.
Good. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Our leaders are always trying to make us feel like how the nations that we find ourselves in, which is Africa, the things we see and the things that happens in it is good, and that is how it should be. That is what they are putting inside our minds. And that is totally not. If you get to feel the way I talk, you will know there are some things, if you start to vomit them out, it will become a problem. This is what I know Africa to be. Whoever that points fingers at the wrongdoing becomes a target. This is our people for you. And a country that hates to be told the truth. Look, let me tell you something. I was brought up in a very disciplined family where they will not allow you to do whatever you want. They tell you what to do. When you're doing right, they will tell you. When you're doing the wrong, they will tell you. Here is the case. If you look around Europe and you look at their kids, a child will be growing up. The father, the parents, the teachers, and the other relatives will be knowing and monitoring how the child is coming up. Every single thing the child does, they just keep an eye on it and see the angle the child is shifting to. Here is the case. If you see a child and a parent relationship, you feel it. So anything that bothers the child, he's able to express him or herself to the parent for them to know, this is what I need, what I want, this is what's wrong with me. Here is the case. Let's go back to Africa. You see an African child trying to express him or herself. You say the child is an arrogant, disrespectful. Then you will suppress those children down. So even if they have something in them that they have to bring it out, we press them down. So these are some of the things that we don't allow ourselves to be getting used to, and to know that there is something in us that we can do. This is what our leaders have been putting on us since and up to now, and it's ruling the whole entire continent.
You have been saying our leaders, our leaders, our leaders. What are they supposed to do to make our continent great and strong?
It is very simple. Even if you don't know, we ask. Almost 85% of our leaders, all of them were schooled outside Africa.
True.
So let me tell you, are you telling me all these people that we are talking about and the position they hold, the amount of money that goes into their account, haven't they experienced any different lifestyle apart from the way they see themselves in Africa? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Fine. All of them lived here, schooled here. All the certificates they have and have been able to obtain all those positions, they learned from here. So let me ask you, is this the same system of education they experienced here before they took themselves back home? They know what exactly that is wrong with Africa, but they have been closed their eyes.
But don't you think that we are just being rude in the face of our leaders, but the real rulers are hiding behind them?
Let me tell you something. When you do not avail yourself for something, if you do not tell somebody what you are thinking, who can penetrate into your mind and know what you're thinking?
Nobody.
That is it. Our leaders don't think of the people they rule. That is what I want to tell you. So whatever that you see that is happening to us Africans, those people have left at ourselves. We brought ourselves to you. Do this to me, and they are doing it. Listen, those white people, we always compare ourselves and try to make them feel like, listen, they are very smart people, which they know what they are doing. I tell you, and I've encounter with many of them. I'm so curious to know certain things. What the problem is that all these people have sat themselves down and they have known the kind of energy, the kind of vibrance that is dwells in Africans. When you give an African man a chance to do a certain thing, they go an extra mile.
Yeah, that's true.
And they are afraid of those things.
That's true.
Truly, wherever you go, these people are afraid to allow Africans to this kind of dominant spirit that we have. When we start doing something, how we go with it, they are afraid of it. That is why they always try to use the mind, play on us, so we won't get over them. They know if Africa takes over, they have no stand to compete. They have no
chance to compete. Zionba Kofi, I think the conversation is going on very well. I'm enjoying it, but you know, we have time limits on every interview that we do. So what I would like to ask next is, what do you think the African youth should do to make Africa a great continent?
Good. It's a very good question, and I like the way you put on your questions. What I would say is that I have put myself as one of the examples. There are some things for now we cannot just go in a violent way. So we have to also play the game as they are playing. Division now is what is tearing us apart.
Divide and rule.
Good. So if the youth to understand their state, the power they have in their arms, and to keep them to ourselves, demand for what they want before they give their power out, I think this could make a change. For them to come together as one, think of what they need and what they want in their lives. Before they give their power out to them, they should make sure all these things they need in their life have been granted before they will give out their power.
You mean before they vote?
Yes.
No, just say it straight so that
voting is one of them. So if I say power, that is it. This particular tool that we see, it is one of the powerful tools in this life. You just put this thing on a sheet of paper and you have sold your freedom for somebody for 4 good years. You understand? So African youth, I can tell you that the majority of the people that vote in Africa don't know why they vote. So these are kind of education people need to know, understand, and then know why. Because they can't become who they are if you do not give them that chance. It hurts me to see our people go through all these things. And those who are in charge to make things right for them have just been ignorant. It's very painful. Africa as a whole. Let me ask you one thing. I watched an interview where I saw one of the politicians talking about gold. Let me use my country as an example. There's a country like Ghana who produce cocoa, timber, diamond, bauxite, and all these kind of resources. So let me take you back to somewhere 2003. 2003, one gold bar as it was worth $660,000 per one gold bar. And there is a place in my country, especially my tribe, which is called, how do you call it, Obuasi and Pristia. These two places used to provide 28 gold bars per every week. As of 2003,
28 gold bars per week.
So imagine if you go to that city and you see the environment, how dirty this place is, and there's people who are ruling there, where even just gold can maintain everything that these people need. So where are all this money going? You see, these people are being so cruel to their people, which I don't know why. So if the youths are not thinking of only clothes, shoes, and do not think of better future for they themselves and their next generation, these things will keep on, because these leaders are not ready to do things. So for you and I to stand up, speak against, become one, if we are one, and we decide this is what we want to do, it will be very difficult for one person to take that thing away from us.
It will be very difficult for one person to take all this treasure, this money, this our land, our natural resources, our minerals from us. Zionba Kofi, we thank you very much. The way you have explained things to us, I think is very educative. It's very educative. This is just one of the many interviews I'll be having with you, because I know you have a lot for the good people of Africa. Before we go, I would like you to say your last words.
Thank you once again, and my last words, but not the least, would be I'm pleading unto the people of Africa, wherever you may find yourself, so far as you have this gene of African within you, wherever you see yourself, wherever you, don't make that place your comfort zone. There is difference between having a house and having a home. Africa is home, so let's make Africa our home. This is my word to all the people wherever you may find this video. And to my leaders, we plead on them. We don't deserve the life they are giving us, so they should think of us as a people. Without us, they are nobody. They are nothing.
Do you regret traveling to Europe?
Why not? This is what I said, and always some of my fellows who don't understand the ideology behind my thinking, they
don't know the ideology behind his thinking. You will still come to him again next time to take the ideology behind his thinking. Are you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook with the same name Zionba Kofi, on Instagram, and let's say I play on TikTok too. So
I've heard you are the king of TikTok around this area. Is it true? How true is that?
No, we just have fun there. You know, TikTok is all about fun. Ooh, so that's what we do.
The king of TikTok. The whole of Italy, he is the king of TikTok. Go and follow him on TikTok. I don't want to involve myself into TikTok because it's too addictive.
I see.
You know, everything that is very addictive.
If you have to take care
I take very good care of it before I approach into it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This is where we will end this our particular interview. We have a lot to talk with him. So this is where we will end the first part of it. Kofi, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
All right. So this is all we have for you for this week, and see you in our next video. My name is Sheriff Haruna. Follow me on Instagram at popkeys_Africa. And if you have any message to the good people of Africa or to the world, just DM me and we will come there and visit you for you to share your knowledge with the world. See you in our next video. Peace. Bye-bye.